Hey everybody, this is Kristen from A Voice and a View. Back from my trip. Hope you're all doing well out there, staying cooled off. It's a pretty warm one out there today. So today, I'm going to talk about energy siphoning. And I've had a lot of experience with this. Didn't know it even existed, guys. But it's very real. So I hope the Divine Collective out there, if you have experienced this, you can relate. But if you don't understand what's going on, I hope this helps you open your eyes a little bit. So before I realized that I had this energy bubble about myself, because we all do, guys. We all have energy. We are energy. We are energy beings. But some of us have a distinct energy field. And low vibrational beings will want to get in your field. And they'll do anything to get into it. So yes, I have a lot of experience with this, and I'll give you a few examples. Someone that I used to be close with pulled up in his truck next to me one day, and this is after we were no longer in each other's lives, right? Just out of the blue, pulled up close to me in his truck and hurried up and got out and came up to my window that was rolled down. And I was just sitting there. I had no idea he was pulling up next to me. But he flew into the parking lot, got out of his truck, and almost like hurried up over to my window. And started talking to me, and it kind of threw me off. Didn't even know what happened. He came up so quick. So we started talking, and all of a sudden he started acting high. Smiling and acting like he was just the happiest guy ever. Well, that's what he was doing. He's trying to get into my energy field. Another situation, guys, and this totally blew me away, right? And this was when I was learning about my energy. I was in a big corporation store in the town where I used to live, and I was in the plants area, you know, where all the flowers and plants were. And I was understanding about my energy at this time, but I came around a corner and I went by someone, walked behind them. And this lady like did a 360 and looked at me and started almost running at me, tried to get close to me. And I felt her energy as soon as I walked by her. Very creepy. But she almost pretty much ran towards me to get in my energy. And I started running, guys. Started running through the store. Because I knew what she was doing. Okay, these energy vampires will try to siphon your energy, because they can't create energy the way we can, because we are connected with Spirit. We are connected with God. And God gives us distinct energy. Okay? Low vibrational beings can't create from their own energy, because it's not from source. They will siphon your energy to use for their purposes. for their shady purposes, depending on what that is. But they will try to get in your energy field. So you have to be careful about who you're around and pay attention to who's around you and what they're doing and how they're acting. But yeah, I had to run from her, guys. And this is when it really woke me up. Like, I was just learning about this stuff. And scared the out of me, right? I'm like, what the heck is going on? Another time, well, there was 2 more times in a bank. But I walk into this bank, right? And I was turning my change in at the change machine that was separate from the teller's area. And a lady that was in front of me, I used to work with, she didn't like me. But I was right behind her. And this was actually before I really started understanding about energy. But I kind of knew already. But I was kind of like not believing it. So she's turning in her change. And I'm behind her. And she turns around and she says, "Oh, perfect timing." That's what she was doing. Another time, someone very close to me or used to be close with, I had to meet him in the same bank for a situation. So he comes over to me and immediately starts trying to upset me and getting in my field, trying to trigger me. Because that's what energy vampires do. And some are more extreme than others, guys, but some will purposely do anything to trigger you, to upset you, because they get the highest payoff of your energy when they do this. And I didn't at this time really understand about energy. But that's what he was doing. He was trying to get a payoff from me. Trying to embarrass me in front of everyone. Trying to make me cause a scene. Because, guys, there were so many that were trying to make me look crazy. Trying to trigger me in every way. I would have certain people in my life show up at one of my past places that I lived and trigger me on purpose, trying to make me look crazy, because at that time they could trigger me. I was defending myself, standing up for myself. You know, I didn't want these people around anymore, but they were showing up at my place knowing it would upset me, knowing that it would trigger me. And it worked. And they were just happy as can be when they left, because they got what they wanted. Because they get the biggest payoff of your energy when they can trigger you, when they upset you. And they will try to do it, guys, not just in your direct circle, but they'll do it out in public, trying to make you cause a scene and flip out, make you look crazy, make you look crazy to everybody else around you. Okay, this was going on with me. A lot of people that I trusted in my life, in my direct circle, energy siphoning is very real. And guys, a lot of these low vibrational beings, they don't believe in God. They believe in the opposite energy. That's where they use their power. to control someone else so they get a payout from it. You know, to get their fix. And some people would actually show up at my home and stay just for a few minutes. And then, oh, we've got to go. And it would always be this way. They wouldn't stay for a while and visit. It would be, oh, we can only stay for a few minutes. We've got errands to do. We've got this, that, and the other thing. Or if they were dealing with a situation, they would call me to get their fix so they can get my energy field. Because divine beings have abundant energy. We have energy that they need to create with. Okay, they will come close to you, get their fix, and then use it for their dirty purposes. Okay? They haven't done the healing work. They haven't gone within themselves to heal all of their trauma. So they are in the lower frequencies of the body. Okay, they're in the lower chakras. They create from devil energy. But they will use divine energy, steal it from you, to use for their dirty deeds. It's incredible, guys, that this even goes on. I know it's unbelievable. I know you've probably never heard this before. I mean, I know I've talked a little bit about it. But this stuff is very real. And they'll do anything to trigger you in any possible way. Because that's when they get the biggest payoff. And they will share your energy around with their friends and family. They'll share it around, guys. I know this sounds just nuts, but it's so real. This isn't like another example of this, but it's kind of in the same subject. I will be in a store, and there won't be very many people in it. Well, it could be a store, it could be a restaurant, it could be anything. It could be somewhere in traffic or driving around. And all of a sudden, guys, tons of people start coming in or following behind me or lining up behind me in a store, because a lot of these beings are low vibrational, and our energy is like a comforting energy for them. They seek it out. They're not used to it, but they can detect it. And they will try to get in your energy field. This happens to me all the time, guys. It's insane. And then sometimes when I'm out and about, people will come, they'll try to come get close to me. They'll act like they're on their phone, or they're just, standing there. Oh, I got a message on my phone. But they'll be like right behind me. Like, invading my space. You know how everybody has this little bubble around them where they don't want people in their vicinity or close to them. You know, we learn that to give people space. I have people trying to get very close to me a lot. And they'll act like they're, like I said, on their phone or looking for something, or just kind of casually walking close to me, you know, as they're walking by, but they'll try to get very close to me. Yeah. Your energy is everything. It's the real currency. Because when you have a spiritual connection with God, God gives you that abundant energy to create with. And some need others' energy to create with. And this has been happening to me my whole life, guys. I didn't realize it. But now that I am away from the situation I was in, God helped me remember of all the situations that I was put in to where my energy was being siphoned. For so long, a lot of mental magic was being done on me. I couldn't see. I couldn't see through the trees, guys. I had so much mental magic coming from every direction. But I just couldn't see what was happening to me. And it was keeping me stuck to where I could only see from day to day. I couldn't remember what happened to me years ago. I couldn't remember a lot of the situations going on around me, because it was like I could only concentrate on each day, and then I would forget about everything going on around me. Spell work. Spell work has been going on for so long in my life with so many karmics or narcissists. Low vibrational beings that have not done the healing work, that have not done the shadow work. And, you know, they want the rewards of your energy, but they don't want to do the hard work to get the energy. Okay, on themselves. They don't want to do the hard work. They don't want to heal themselves. They would rather keep living the way they're living and take it from someone else and use it in any way they see fit. You know, they'll come in and get a fix and leave. You know, they'll want you isolated. And then they'll come in quick or act like they want to be around you to get their fix and leave you drained and tired and exhausted in the process. Because that's what happens when somebody siphons your energy. It will leave you in a state of depression, of exhaustion, not being able to see clearly, not being able to remember things. Okay, it's like a spell is put over you. And nothing will make sense. And you will lose yourself. It'll make you sick if it's done long enough. And it was going on for my whole life, guys. But yeah, I couldn't recognize myself for a long time. I gained a lot of weight. I stopped putting myself together. I stopped putting on makeup, doing my hair. I would throw my hair up in a bun every day. And I didn't care. I lived day to day, but it's like I just didn't care. I just lost hope. And for so long, my energy was being siphoned from me and keeping me in a loop, keeping me stuck and not being able to see because I had blinders on. And it was only until I left the situation that Spirit started to show me what was happening to me, because I got away. And slowly I started to remember situations that happened to me, events, what people were doing. It was very eye-opening for me. And I always used to wonder, when I was working at a certain job, I would have certain individuals come in my office and show up for like a couple minutes and then leave. But they didn't want anything to do with me outside work, even if it wasn't the same friend group. That's what they were doing. They were coming in to get their energy fix. One time I had someone, this was after my divorce. I was at a laundromat in town, and the person that I used to kind of hang out with in this group had to do his laundry right next to me. Just had to. The whole place had open washers. But he decided to come up right next to me to do his laundry. So yeah, I know what you're doing. So many would come up to me, and people that I hadn't talked to in forever, would come up to me and try to talk to me like it was just, oh, I haven't seen you in so long and I miss you, or that, whatever. I know what they were doing. Getting their fix. My eyes are opened, and I can see now. The divine has given me the eyes to see and to understand what was going on in my life for so long, and from so many. Because what they're involved in I'm not a part of, and don't want to be a part of. And they know that I know. So anyways, guys, each day I wake up a little bit more, and I see the bigger picture. I see what was happening to me my whole life. And I keep going. Each day I do healing to get through another realization. Spirit keeps sending me info, keeps giving me downloads. And I keep going. This is Kristen from A Voice and a View. Peace, love, and light, guys. I hope this information helps someone out there today understand what's happening around you and to you. Love you all. This is Kristen from A Voice and a View. Bye. Love you all.